Long weekend. When Emma Bedford looked into the fridge at 7:30 on Friday morning, she realized three things. The kids had eaten all the yogurt again. Her husband had probably once again forgotten to put the butter back in the fridge. And if anyone told her that life after 40 was calm and balanced, she'd probably throw an empty egg carton at them. The family was getting ready for a long weekend. That was always a big deal, at least, according to Emma. Her husband, Tom, preferred to call it a survival expedition. For the kids, Sophie 13 and Ben 9, it meant only one thing, a wee fifry nightmare. "Mom, why can't we just stay home?" Sophie whined, trying to charge her phone, but Emma had already unplugged the power strip because we need to save electricity. "Because," said Emma, folding the sandwich boxes, "nature is good for you." "Nature?" Sophie asked suspiciously. "You mean that place with no bathrooms, where everyone puts their hands on their hips and says they're enjoying the silence?" Emma sighed. "Yes, exactly that." And so, the Bedford family set off to a small village in Wales, where Emma had spent adventurous summers as a child, at least, in her memory. According to Tom, it was an experiment to see if they could survive a week without civilization, during which someone would definitely end up crying. But Emma secretly loved it all. The chaos, the bickering, the packing, the list she rewrote every year, and lost every year. This time, though, she added a new item to her goals and things to check off list. Do not lose your patience in situations where it would be completely justified to lose it. She could have checked that one off by 9:30 Saturday morning. Idyllic landscape or not, romantic cottage or not, it was tricky to detach from the background noise of everyday drama. The kids were fighting over who got the better room. Tom was muttering increasingly creative swear words at the poor cooler as he tried to drag it out of the car, and the precariously stacked mountain of bags collapsed with a thunderous crash, for no apparent reason. The vibe was not there yet. "You said we came here to relax," Tom added, setting the tone. "That was the plan," said Emma, trying to reach the owner on her phone, the one who had promised there was Wi-Fi. There wasn't. Her nerves were fraying, and Tom's tone wasn't helping. Taking a deep breath, she quickly ran through the possible outcomes of this conversation and decided not to let things spiral. "I also said it would be romantic," she remarked with a half smile. "Well, if romantic now means trying to light a 19th century stove with the serenity of the hopeless, then yes, very romantic indeed." But even he was grinning now. Emma laughed. She loved that about him, how Tom could always find something ironic in every situation, then deliver it with such deadpan calm that it was impossible not to laugh. He was the kind of man who, in the middle of chaos, could still say, "Well, at least it'll make a good story." The ice broke, and as the weekend went on, something happened, something Emma hoped for every year. The family actually came together. Sophie eventually put down her phone after realizing that the only spot with reception was the kitchen windowsill, occupied by a spider family who clearly disapproved of guests. Ben made friends with the neighbor's dog, whom he called Sir Barkalot, for an entire day and firmly claimed could understand English. Tom, after finally managing to light the stove, declared that he wouldn't say the dawn of civilization had begun again, but at least the family wasn't going to freeze to death. And Emma, on Sunday morning, she sat on the porch with a cup of coffee, listening to her family argue about who should do the dishes. And she felt a strange peace. Not because it was quiet, because it wasn't. But because the noise was hers. Her own little messy, lovable, slightly loud, but warm-hearted families. "Mom, the Wi-Fi still isn't working," Sophie shouted. Emma smiled. "I know, sweetheart. And that's just fine."